All right, so here we have the Team Corally limited edition Kagama 6S. They got it in blue. It comes in green and red also. What you get in the box, you get the vehicle, get a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. You have your manual here for the vehicle. You have your manual for the transmitter. You have your bind plug, antenna tube, and cap. You have the tethers. Then you also have they included these two upgrade CVDs. They give you an upgrade notice in the package. It tells you what it's all about. Tells you, gives you two extra upgraded CVDs here, pre-done. Got a new caps and everything on there. This is for the new batch that came out. They send these out with it, and then you also get a registration pack informational leaflet here. Show you how to register your vehicle. So let's go ahead and get into a little more into the vehicle, transmitter, things of that nature. Again, let's get into the video. All right, so let's get into a couple of things here, guys. So it comes with a CT3P. It's a 2.4 digital transmitter, and has a QR code here in the front. So I guess you could scan that also for other languages as well, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty thick manual for a ready-to-run vehicle. So it shows you the modulation, the RF power, a lot of information on here as well for the transmitter and the receiver. All right, the receiver, the power is 4.5 to 6.5 VDC. And it gives you a breakdown here, the screen, trigger, especially for like the new guys. It definitely gives you a breakdown on what does what and give you a pretty in-depth information on this vehicle. So it's kind of giving you a look, showing you what left does and what right does. Pretty good. Definitely, again, for most of you guys that are brand new, this might be your first one. It really gives you a nice breakdown on how to operate the transmitter. Okay. So again, just kind of give you a quick little overview. All right, so now take a look at the transmitter. Here we have it. The steering feels pretty good. Foam grip on the steering wheel. You got a dual rate trigger right here. All right, then you have your throttle trim and your steering trim here on the top. Then you also have a channel 3 trim right here on the front. This is your dial here. This is where you go through the menus. You have your power button right here. You have your bind button in the middle. Then you also have your return and then your set button right there. Okay, and you have your trigger. Now this here is not, you can't, it's not ambidextrous, so you can't move it to the other side. It's fixed to one side. So the trigger has a nice pull to it. You have a nice DC in mini USB plug right here. I guess this will be for maybe upgrading the firmware or stuff like that on here. It runs off of 4 AA's. I put some AA's in here from HBI, just so I go ahead and turn it on so you can see the menus. And then you have your screen here on the top. This is the front of it. It's the CT3P 2.4 gigahertz digital radio control system. Okay. All right. So pretty good feel so far. Definitely much better than the stock transmitter that comes in other vehicles. Let's go ahead and power it on. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Power button right here. Press and hold. There you go. Blue light comes on. So I already went and I put the KAG. I wish it had more characters than just the 3, but hey, that'll work. It's on model 0. So you can see here on the top. I'll see if the camera can focus in on it. There you go. It has the timeout. So it has the mode. It is not touchscreen. Okay, it is not touchscreen. So you have the model, name, reverse. You have your EPA with the endpoints. You have your trim, dual rates, exponentials, and then you have your ABS. So that's quite a bit of features. This reminds me, or to see it has a timeout screen. It's there, but it just kind of. All right. This reminds me of like the Fly Sky Odor remotes. But anyway, so basically, again, you turn this dial here and it shows you your voltage, stuff like that. So then you press the button in. So now you have the model highlighted. Then you can scroll, we go turn it clockwise, it goes to trim. and it goes to dual rates, and it goes down that way. Or if you go backwards, it goes the other way, counterclockwise. So that's the name there. Again, it's only 3 characters. So if you want to change the name, you press that in, see the case highlighted. So then you would rotate the dial, okay, and I believe then you hit set, and it goes to the next one, and then you change that up and down, okay. So mine is this KAG, and then same thing, hit there, boom, boom, okay, and then you could just hit back. So now you're back out of there, okay. Again, press the button in. So then again, you have the reverse, your EPAs, also with that. So I guess you'll click it in, okay, and then that's a channel 1, channel 3, it's like that. So say channel 1, the EPA, you hit the set button, so now 100% is flashing. So left or right, if you turn the dial, it changes directions, and then you could adjust it from there. Okay, so you hit the return, get out of there. All right, so then again, you have, basically, you guys know, get the idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the vehicle. All right, so let's get into the vehicle. So it comes with a nice cover for the body. All right, do the body. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so here we have it. So I got the blue one. You got some nice tethers here, some pretty thick skid plates on the roof. All right, stickers for like the vents back here, stickers on the windows, really nice graphics that's painted onto it. But these here are stickers, okay? Engineered to dominate, okay? 7075 performance tuning. And it's Kagama limited edition, okay? Inside, backed in silver. Again, it is mounted on the inside for the skid plates. And these are the tethers that came through here in the bottom. Body has a pretty good feel to it. Yeah, this is the blue. Okay. All right, so let's get into the vehicle. So here we have it, the Team Corally Kagama Limited. So first thing that stands out is this beefy foam pad here on the top for support when the vehicle lands on its roof. You have a lot of support up here. So you also see the gold anodized pieces throughout the truck. You have shock towers, 6mm shock towers. You have center brace. You have the chassis, the steering blocks, you name it. And then I got to show you the bottom of the chassis. Okay, all anodized, limited edition, 7075 chassis. So let's go ahead, get into some of the specs of what you get. So we have the Grizzly 945 with a 2100 kV brushless motor. It's rated for 4 to 6S. Okay, and then you have this cutout here. It's like this extra space in the back here. You see that? It's like a cooling fan type of deal back there. Okay. So I believe it comes with a 13-tooth pinion. I can double check that. I think it's a 13-tooth pinion. You also have this nice carbon fiber piece right here on the top with some dual fans you can install right there. Then you also have your GNS holder right here on the top. I really like how they do this because a lot of times you want to do a little speed runs or just get some data off your vehicles. So this is definitely already provisions done for you instead of having to tape it to the car or stick it in somewhere, things like that. So that's pretty good on that. Let's move around to the steering servo, receiver box, and give you a little bit of specs on that. All right, so here we have it. You have a DC 32. You have a high voltage digital servo. It's about 32 kilograms at 0.11 seconds, 60 degrees. You have steel gears and it's waterproof. That's pretty good. Give you steel gear, waterproof, included in this package for the price you pay. Definitely like that they included that as well. Okay, move around to the ESC to show you what you get. Now here we have it, guys. You have a Torx 185 brushless ESC. It is waterproof. It is sensorless. It's a 150 amp continuous current. The ESC is said to be rated for 2 to 6S LiPos, which is high voltage BC, and it is programmable. I don't see people running this on 2S at all, not even 3, maybe 4, but definitely 6S. You also have your power switch back here. You have your set button, power button. That's how you do your programming. I like that it has its case back here and it's secured in place. I do also know the Hobbywing BL systems, those ESCs, they should fit right in, and the power switch should fit right into that holder as well. So let's look at the battery tray. Looks like it gives you have an adjustable piece right here. Remove that and you'll be able to put a larger battery. You also get XT90s. You have a jumper plug that's included as well, which is really good. I made the switches to a single plug, but either way, this is great for them to have it, at least with the XT90s. Again, you see a lot of gold anodized pieces throughout. You have 6mm shock towers in the front and rear. You have a lot of upgraded parts right here, all upgraded anodized pieces. You have it in the front as well. So again, looking at the front, guys, so you have your 6mm 7075 shock towers. You also have the 7075 gearbox bulkhead, front and rear. You also have the aluminum lower control arm holders. These are 8mm. And then for the arms, you have oversized front suspension arms, all right, with aluminum anti-tear tear rings in them. See at the ends here. So you show on the other side as well, right there on the insides. You see you got sway bars up front, all right. And then you have the wear resistant drive cups here, hardened steel spring drive cups. Then you also have droop screws to adjust the suspension in the front and the rear. And then they also gave us serrated wheel nuts, guys. These are serrated now, so that's pretty good. Okay, that basically helps the wheel stay on and not come off. Let's go ahead and show you some of the other features of the vehicle. Also comes with 3 differentials, front, center, and rear. All right, so for the rear, you have the steering and camber turnbuckle. It is 5mm spring steel. Now for the wing, you have the heavy duty wing holder, and you also have a new wing design with high flexibility, guys. So hopefully these don't break when you do your heavy jumping and bashing, if you do decide to do that with this limited edition vehicle. Now you got your heavy duty standoff here in the back. All right, it's an M4s. So it is replaceable. So if you did break it, it's easy to replace that. Again, you have your center bracing here. It goes from rear to center, and then the center to the front, 2 pieces. All right, just going to move around the vehicle to show you some close-ups of the vehicle, guys. Again, you got your steering and camber turnbuckle M5 spring steel. All right. Again, pretty beefy. I'm not sure it's going to be a lot of people that's really going to bash this to the max. But if you do, it should be able to handle it. Also got your little mud guard back here. And you do, like I said, have you could put the inserts here in the front and the rear. Okay. You have the nice skid plates at the bottom. A lot of gold anodized pieces. So again, hope this unboxing bring you guys some good information. I don't think I touched on the steering servo actually. So it's a 7075 steering saver. All right. So a lot of nice pieces, guys. I guess I'm gonna leave it right there for now, guys. So thanks for watching this quick unboxing. And if you have any questions, leave in the comment. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.